When we read the last sentence, the question is asking us how much time. So we want to solve for time, but when we look through the question, there's nothing that tells us anything about the rate. So we want to solve for time, but we also don't know the rate. So before we can solve for time, we need to find the rate first. And there is enough information in this question for us to solve for the rate, because we know that it started at 15,000, it went to 18,000, and that took 6 years. So if we write that statement out, we don't know the rate, but that took 6 years. If we divide both sides by the 15,000, and then take the natural log of both sides, and the natural log of e is 1. Now you can get this value in your calculator. We're going to need to use it later, so maybe what we're going to do is we're going to store it. Here, I'll go to my calculator here, type it in. The natural log of 18 divided by 15 divided by 6. And I'm going to store it. And since it was my rate, I'm going to choose the letter R to store it as. Because if we round early, our value for t is going to be off. So one way that you can show this on your exam is just start writing the number and put some dots to show that you're keeping all the decimal places all the way through. Now that we've found R, now we can find the amount of time it takes to triple. Now, if we're wanting to find out when it's going to triple, should we use the 15,000 or the 18,000? Some say 15, some say 18. 15, you're confident? Definitely 15? Shouldn't use the 18, because 15 was the first number they gave? So what was the question? Someone said it doesn't matter? Right, it's not going to matter. Because with anytime you're tripling, look, if we use the 15,000, tripling would be 45,000. And then when we divide, we're going to get 3 anyways. If you use the 18,000, tripling would be 54,000. And when you divide, you're still going to get 3. Now we can take the natural log of both sides. The r, we know the value of r. It is 0.03 ... times t natural log of e. And when we want, since natural log of e is 1, and we can go to our calculator, natural log of 3 divided by, now I stored it as r, so I'm going to use r just to make the r feel better. Where is r? There it is. But it was right there, so I could have just used my answer from before as well. So our time is 36.1 years. As an approximation. I'm going to leave for you the last question here. This is the proper word for a group of rhinos. A group of rhinos is called a crash of rhinos. Do we know any other groups of animals? A murder of crows. A what of owls? A parliament of owls. The English language has decided that each group of animals should have a unique name. What do you call a group of fish? A school of fish. Yes. Anybody know any other strange ones? A committee of vultures? So you can look up online and you can find all the different names. I will put probably on your test and quiz, I'll try to find one that's unique and put it on there. So what does that mean? There's going to be a question like this on your quiz or test.